Hello everyone. Under current 4.2 PTU, CRG changed the minimum distance, size 9, 10 and 12 torpedoes explode. They are now only exploding after traveling a minimum distance of 1500 meters. Why does CRG do this? PDCs are way too strong. Flick and I tested this. PDCs can easily deal with 8 size 10 torpedoes fired at the same time from 2 different directions. Every single torpedo was shut down. There are some changes to torpedoes. Size 9 torpedoes have now a lot more hit points. It might be possible to get one size 9 torpedo through when you are firing multiple. I will test this in a future video. Because PDCs are so strong, people were instead dump firing torpedoes at very close distance aimed at the rear of an Idris, destroying her power plant and making her unusable. So CRG said, we cannot have this, we have now minimum distance before size 9, 10 and 12 torpedoes explode, 1500 meters. Yesterday someone showed me a video and I saw this thread on Spectrum. Assault Lemming, lol, this torpedo distance calculation is so broken.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact it's great.
And there's a video. Let's take a look at the video. Here is a video from Nightbird. Link to this video is my first pinned comment below. PTCs of Idris are off because they would destroy the torpedo easily. He's firing a torpedo at a distance of 2.2 kilometers. Torpedo should easily explode. At the same time, he's closing the distance with his eclipse, which should not matter. But you can see torpedo does not explode. Isn't this strange? Oh, CRG, you never disappoint.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact it's great.
Next test, he's firing a torpedo at 1000 meters. Torpedo should not explode. At the same time, he's backing off, increasing distance of his eclipse to the Idris. And look, torpedo explodes.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact it's great.
So what's going on? Instead of calculating the distance or time torpedo flew to determine if it will explode or not, CRG instead looks at the distance of the firing ship at the moment of impact. That's so bad. I am out of words.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact it's great.
We all know CRG has lost way too many good devs. Not only John Pritchard is sorely missed, and CRG nowadays hires mostly young, cheap and inexperienced people. CRG is paying below industry standard, so you cannot get good people that way, Chris. So nowadays this game is pretty much programmed by junior coders and interns. I am not kidding. CRG doesn't have a lot of decent people left. Just look at CRG's weekly shows. Nowadays you see mostly young, cheap, inexperienced faces in the videos. A while ago there was a video about driving physics. The people in the video didn't even know about John Pritchard's GraphLab. I don't want Star Citizen to fail. I spent a lot of money on this game. I want Star Citizen to become a fantastic game and a huge success. But I have no hope anymore with Chris making the decisions. Chris, you have to hire good people. You have to give them a decent salary. If you ask me, I think this is hopeless. We will never get the game Chris promised us. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact it's great. Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact, it's great.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.